Hello, I am Sherilyn Jones, currently a fifth grade teacher at Brookside Charter School. I have been a fourth and fifth grade teacher for 10 years. I have been at my current school for 6 years, and the school before that, I was there for 4 years. While I was at my first school, I earned my master's degree from UMKC in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in TESOL, teaching English to speakers of other languages. I am currently attending an online school called North Central University, where I'm earning my EDD in educational leadership. At Brookside, some of my current roles are the fifth grade team lead for 3 years. At my previous school, I was the math department head for 2 years. Our fifth grade at that school was a part of the middle school. I have been a part of the math team at Brookside, in which the role of the math team is to determine the priority standards. I think that Grandview refers to them as power standards, in which we have created assessments. And from those assessments, we align our curriculum to match the assessments that have been created based on the priority standards. I have also been a part of creating the fourth and fifth grade English language arts curriculum. That is something that has been a work in progress since I started at Brookside 6 years ago, and just continuing to develop that curriculum. The way that we create curriculum at Brookside is we unpack a standard. Well, first we pick our priority or power standards, then we unpack the standard, then we determine the exemplar questions for assessments based on state examples, and then create unit outlines and following our lesson plans. Personally, I am trying to learn to love working out, giving myself that self-love. I love reading. Right now, I don't have a lot of time to actually sit down and read, so I do listen to a lot of audiobooks. And I am a mom of a 10-year-old as well, so I spend a lot of time driving her around to her various practices and visiting friends. From what I can tell based on the website about Grandview curriculum is that it's similar to what I have been a part of creating, which is having those priority or power standards and then creating assessments based on that, and then backwards designing the curriculum. I also learned that Grandview is a Project Lead the Way district, which is wonderful. I love that program. I've had the privilege of being a part of teaching some of the Project Lead the Way lessons. And I would like to be an instructional coach because I would love to have a positive impact on teachers by providing instructional support and using data-driven strategies to help them provide the most effective instruction for their students. I believe that the most important functions of an instructional coach are to provide curriculum and instructional support to teachers. So observing teachers and finding out what the data shows for where teachers might need the most help, and providing the best learning tools and guides for students. I have been inspired by my current instructional coach. She has been a huge support, especially in such a challenging time in education. She always comes with a positive mindset, and she always is incredibly organized and provides wonderful feedback with helping in growth, of which is something that I really am passionate about. Is I never want to stagnate in my career. I want to continue growing and to continue to get better at my craft. And she definitely has been an influence in that. Just her support through helping with new instructional strategies, helping with creating small groups and how to provide the best interventions for students. She's just been a wonderful guide when it comes to that. So I have definitely been inspired and been given a good model of what a great instructional coach looks like. A time in which I have experienced something difficult is definitely probably a common theme with most teachers and educators was last year teaching during the pandemic. my school decided to stay virtual all year. So something that I had to make sure in order to be successful for myself was to create a schedule and just to continue checking in with those students on a regular basis. Because I know that if me as an adult, my mental health was struggling with being at home and not being around my peers and not being around my students, was difficult for me. I knew that my students were experiencing the same sort of struggles. And so I made a schedule for myself, and I encouraged my students to create a schedule. I gave them an example schedule to help keep them on track. And so I really feel like something that got me through was continuing to have a positive mindset and to continue to rely on my peers and colleagues for that support that I needed, and also staying organized, keeping myself on a schedule and just organizing my day, knowing what I had to accomplish throughout the day, just to keep myself on track and really feel like I was accomplishing something. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm really looking forward to meeting you in person on Friday, and have a great week.